Hello there, Capricorn. This is Ivonne, the Mermaid Oracle. Thank you so much for coming in to watch your July through December 2025 tarot love reading with myself. So without further ado, let's go ahead and watch your video. All right, Capricorn. So for your reading, we are using the Tiny Tarot, which if you know, you know. But these are the traditional Rider-Waite images, but just in a miniature version. They actually fit in a small, tiny little locket, and you can put it with your keys as a keychain. So we do have right here in the bottom of the deck as the overall theme, the Tower. And then for your spread, we do have Death in reverse, the Empress in reverse, Eight of Wands, Two of Swords, the High Priestess in reverse, Three of Cups reversed, Two of Pentacles, Queen of Wands reversed, Nine of Pentacles reversed, and also Page of Swords reversed as the outcome. So when it comes to the Tower card, usually the Tower, it signifies an overall end or a turning point in our life. And sometimes it is an inevitable change or turning point in our lives. And in the position of the Self, you do have right here the Two of Pentacles. You have already developed a routine. You've developed a routine, a day-to-day life right here at Capricorn. So it seems like there's possibly going to be a change in something you're used to on your day-to-day basis here. But maybe part of that is not being able to let go of somebody, not being able to let go of something that has caused you a lot of confusion with the High Priestess in reverse. And even with the Empress in reverse, one thing that we will have to deal with or confront is maybe the fact that we've been ignoring our spirituality, that we've been ignoring our spiritual practice. So it seems like this is all talking about how we've had a day-to-day routine. Part of this day-to-day routine had to do with maybe thinking about someone or dwelling over something or someone that you couldn't ever let go, or even to this day you haven't been able to let go. And with the High Priestess in reverse, we have felt confused, a lack of clarity in our lives. But maybe part of this process has to do with connecting with our spirituality with that Empress card in reverse. And the reason why this is all happening is possibly because maybe you reached out to an ex or an ex reached out to you. But with the Two of Swords, we do see hesitation. We do see hesitation in someone who hasn't really made up their mind. And as a matter of fact, with the Three of Cups, I do see distance. I do see distance between you and someone else. So that could be you. You could be putting distance with somebody, or somebody is going to be putting distance with you. And as a matter of fact, representing the environment or the other person, Queen of Wands in reverse, that is telling me that we're dealing with somebody who isn't able to listen to their intuition, Capricorn. So maybe this is about the other person. Maybe you are focused on, or maybe part of your day-to-day basis is focusing on something or someone whom you haven't been able to let go. And that's been your day-to-day routine. And maybe we are in this situation because maybe we've just received communication with this person, or maybe because of that Eight of Wands, this is someone who is in our lives consistently, but we haven't had any clarity since that High Priestess in reverse is here in the past and passing. And as a matter of fact, with that Two of Swords, we possibly will still feel confused and not know what to do about the situation, or at least the other person. It seems like it's going to be the other person who's going to be confused, and we're still going to see them confused and not knowing what to do about the situation. And even with that Three of Cups in reverse, we're still seeing that distance or someone keeping you at arm's length, Capricorn. Hopes, fears, and or advice. You do have right here the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. This is a hope. You hope for reconciliation. You hope for commitment or for things to go back to normal with this individual. And as a matter of fact, with the Page of Swords in reverse, this is telling me that as the outcome, or at least leaving this time period, because this is a time period reading, we're still going to see a lack of getting to the bottom of things. So before we end this tarot reading or this recording, I just want to go ahead and give a quick overview. So point is, with that Tower card in reverse, a turning point or an inevitable turning point or ending towards to a situation. And this has to do with something that has been part of your day-to-day routine with that Two of Pentacles, something that possibly even keeps you occupied, and something you haven't been able to let go. And it seems like this could possibly be about a relationship that you haven't been able to let go, a person that you haven't been able to break up with, or with that Eight of Wands, because there's that consistency, or there could have been communication with you and someone recently from the past. But even with that Two of Swords, I'm still seeing hesitation. With that Three of Cups, I'm still seeing someone here keeping you at arm's length. And with that Queen of Wands in reverse, someone who doesn't know, who isn't able to listen to their own intuition and see what they really want to do about the situation. And with the Empress card in reverse, as your challenge or your obstacle here, Capricorn, is to focus on your spirituality, to stop ignoring your spirituality and your spiritual path. It's time to focus on your spiritual path. Hopes, fears, and or advice. You do have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. You definitely hope for reconciliation with this person. So for a lot of you, this is about someone from your past, someone who you've recently reconnected, or someone with whom you've had a lot of communication with, at least recently, someone who has you confused as to what to do about them. But I'm still seeing a lot of confusion and hesitation on the other person's part. And the cards really want you to focus on your spiritual path. It seems like with that Page of Swords in reverse, we're still not going to be able to get to that point where we can get to the bottom of things. All right, Capricorn. Well, thank you so much for watching this video. If you guys are interested in a private personal reading with me, which is only about you, you can always go to my website, mermaidoracle.com, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.